On Christmas Eve, 2007, the quiet little town of Carnation, Washington, was covered in snow. The streets were calm, the air was cold, and inside one home, 6 members of the Anderson family were preparing for what should have been a peaceful holiday. But instead, it became one of the most chilling family murders in US history, a massacre that no one saw coming. Wayne and Judy Anderson were the kind of couple everyone respected. Wayne, a Boeing engineer, Judy, a kind-hearted postal worker. Together they raised 2 children, Scott and Michele. Scott was the golden boy, hard-working, family-oriented, married to Erica and father to 2 young kids, Olivia and Nathan. The Andersons were the picture of small-town happiness, but sometimes the cracks in a family don't show until it's too late. That Christmas Eve, Wayne and Judy were expecting their kids for dinner. First to arrive, their daughter, Michele Anderson, and her boyfriend, Joseph McEnroe. At first glance, they seemed calm, maybe a little tense, but nothing alarming. What Wayne and Judy didn't know was that Michele was furious. She believed her family owed her money. She was tired of what she saw as disrespect and rejection. As they began to talk, things got heated. And then, everything went silent. In a moment of cold rage, Joseph McEnroe pulled out a handgun and shot Wayne in the head. Judy screamed, ran from the room, but before she could reach the phone, McEnroe followed her and pulled the trigger again. Just like that, the matriarch and patriarch of the Anderson family were gone. After the murders, Michele and McEnroe dragged the bodies out of sight. Then, they waited, because Scott, Erica, and the kids were on their way. They sat there in the same house, the same air heavy with gunpowder, pretending nothing had happened. Hours passed, and headlights appeared in the driveway. Scott and Erica Anderson walked in, holding gifts and smiling, ready for Christmas dinner. But the moment they stepped inside, they knew something was off. Then, gunfire. Scott went down first. Erica screamed, begged for her life, but Michele showed no mercy, and as if that horror wasn't enough, 2 little voices echoed from the doorway, Olivia, just 6 years old, and Nathan, 3. McEnroe turned to them, hesitated, and whispered, "I'm sorry," before pulling the trigger. 6 lives, gone. 3 generations wiped out in one night. Michele and McEnroe stayed behind, cleaning, moving bodies, and trying to make it look like a robbery. But deep down they knew there was no way out of this. When police later found the scene, even hardened detectives couldn't believe what they saw. Christmas gifts still wrapped. Dinner half prepared. Blood on the walls. The killers didn't get far. Within days, both were caught and confessed everything. Michele said she'd done it because her brother owed her money, and her parents didn't take her side. But her words were cold, emotionless, like she'd already accepted her fate. She even told reporters she wanted to be executed, that she deserved to die for what she'd done. The court process dragged on for years. Michele's mental health became a major question. Her lawyers said she refused to talk to them, refused evaluations, and isolated herself in jail. Twice, she was declared competent to stand trial. She even demanded the death penalty, only to later change her mind once prosecutors decided to seek it. In 2016, nearly 9 years after the massacre, justice finally came. McEnroe was sentenced to life without parole. The Carnation Massacre wasn't just another true crime story. It was a tragedy that destroyed a family from the inside. It's a brutal reminder that sometimes evil doesn't come from strangers. It comes from your own blood. Christmas Eve, a night meant for love, peace, and family, turned into one of the darkest nights in Washington's history. If this story shocked you, remember, this world hides darkness in the most unexpected places. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on Get the F Outta Here for more real-life stories that make you say exactly that. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Michele Anderson truly felt remorse? Should the death penalty have been on the table for this case? And what drives someone to murder their own family over something as small as money? Let's talk about it in the comments below. I'll be reading them. If this story got you saying, "Get the F out of here," hit that subscribe button for more.